This is Dawn Compton. I'm the pastor at Main Street United Methodist Church, and I'm here today to bring you our weekly Wednesday Word. I am dressed in honor and celebration of our current worship series that we are doing called The Fourth Quarter. And I did this to encourage everyone who is coming to worship with us at Main Street in person this Sunday to dress in your favorite football gear, to celebrate and to show support for your favorite football teams. We're going to be doing that this Sunday as we finish out this series, the fourth quarter. So if you're worshiping with Main Street in person this Sunday, wear some of your favorite football gear. I'm going to be ready for that. I also wanted to kind of just give this thought today as we're continuing this idea of looking at football to help give us some guidance and connect with what Scripture has to say and how we are to live our lives as Christians. I wanted to bring up today a topic that I'm not really focusing on during the messages, but that's the focus on the officials in the football game. They're important. They're an important part of it, even if sometimes they can be upsetting and irritating and say or do things that the players, the coaches, and the fans may not like. But they're an important part of the football game. The NFL and college typically has 7, but they could have 8 different officials. When I was trying to look this online to make sure that I could tell you accurately, there were a number of different postings. So if anyone wants to correct me on this, I would welcome that. But the 7 different officials for football are the referee, the umpire, the down judge, the line judge, the field judge, the side judge, and the back judge. Now, there may be different names for that, but those are the names that I found. There's also the 8th one could be the replay official. If you remember, I talked at the beginning about instant replay, and that is becoming more and more common for games to use to have instant replay. So there's a replay official to be the 8th one. And I was listing off all of those judges, and it kind of got me thinking, we need so many officials that are looking to make sure that we don't step out of bounds, that we don't foul in some way, that we don't hurt ourselves or the other players in how we are proceeding, that we don't break the rules with what's going on in the football game. But friends, in life, we don't need to be the judge. That's not our job. That's not our responsibility. That's God's. God is the one who made all of the rules that we might have to follow, and God's the one that knows our heart, knows what's going on in our lives, and knows what we're doing. God has a view that the coaches and the players and the fans who are watching the game can't always see, right? The official has a different view than the rest of us, looking at something specific to be able to make the appropriate call. God has a view of all of our lives that we don't necessarily see, that we can't put ourselves in God's seat, that I don't want to put myself in God's seat. And so we can trust God. Trust God to be that judge. That's not a responsibility that I want, that's for sure. It's not something that we need to be doing of other people. What God has called us to do is to love others. That's what God has called us to do. So I hope this week, as you are going about your work, as you are going about the tasks that you need to do, that if you feel that urge to judge, to tell somebody, hey, you crossed the line. Hey, you did something that it was breaking the rules. Instead, you will approach them in love and let God be the judge. I do want to lift up a few announcements today to let you know what's going on. One is on Sunday, we are also doing a blessing of the animals. And I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be gathering outside at the church at 4 p.m. And we'll bless any animals that you choose to bring. So I hope to see you and to see some of your pets and animals. Invite friends and neighbors, and we will be blessing the animals in our lives and celebrating the gift God has given us to connect us with creation that way. This Saturday, actually, on the 8th, we are going to be doing a gleaning, and we're going to be collecting apples. If you would like to be a part of that, please let the church office know so we can make sure we know everybody is planning on participating, and make sure you have all the information you need for that. And then the last thing I want to just lift up is that we are having a church-wide picnic on Sunday, October 23rd. It will be at the Thaxton Community Center, so put that afternoon on your calendar, plan to participate on that. There will be more details this Sunday about what will be happening with that picnic, but you can go ahead and count on it and plan to be there. It's going to be a fun afternoon to be with our church family and fellowship with one another. Friends, I hope you have a great rest of the week. I hope to see you Sunday as we finish up our fourth quarter worship series. Wear your football gear, and I look forward to seeing you then, worshiping with you either in person or worshiping with you online. God bless.